Hey folks, I'm Aspen Arrow, and we are back in the desert of RimWorld with our tribal impids after a bit of a hiatus. Real life stuff always getting in the way of having fun. So here we are, and we recruited a new impid, and just for convenience, we are going to rename her. Her nickname will now be Rove, so that it's easier for me to pronounce her name. And with that, we will get into the episode and the action. Well, maybe not action, but at least another anima tree linking. We are going to get Kaz her 6th Psylink. And having seen this all before, let's speed ahead. Kaz is now maxed out with her Psylinks and has obtained Berserk Pulse, a fantastic Psycast. Super happy to get that. So with her, we have Berserk Pulse, and with Foras, we have Manhunter Pulse, though that one is limitedly useful with the desert having so few animals. And one of those story moments for RimWorld, Dennis, who we met with a few episodes back of the pig folk, has decided to visit. He has dementia. Maybe that's why he found us so convincing. That his daughter died. I'm not sure if we were responsible for that. I did try and take a look, but was not able to find that. So Dennis making his way over, and just a nice little RimWorld story time. You can see we have some more traders on the way over now that we have at least got the pigs neutral. So here we are lining up. After some consideration of who has joined our colony, I decided some of our mobility impaired colonists might be interested in having some little bots running around. So after a while of shooting at it, the Exostrider explodes, and we are given the Mechanoid Transponder. While we're down here, we'll go ahead and take out this emu for some meat and leather, and deconstruct the shuttle that we defended. Fortunately, it is fireproof, this transponder, as there's a lot of fire going on, and I don't think we'll be spending the time to put that out. So while we're down here, everybody do a little task. That way we're not hanging out at the edge of the map. And as you can see, we've been moving our temple over into what was the little mountain in our base, so that we can expand our research area in anticipation of needing the bigger benches. I'll send Smith over to decrypt that transponder, which gives us a new quest for an ancient craft. See, now that we've decrypted it, it's revealed the location of a mechanoid ship. The ship is damaged, but we can signal it to land nearby, and will be attacked by some Scorchers and Militors. But before we do that, let's get a mood boost and some ideology points, having a Harmony Jubilee in our new temple. With much better impressiveness, some of that smoothed marble floor, making it look very nice. And while we normally do skip ahead for these now, since not a whole lot is being said, there was another interesting little story interaction here I noticed. You see Forath is demonstrating how to fight with an elbow blade to toddler noise, while her speech is focused on ideology and being together. I did notice that she has a pretty negative relationship with her brother, Novo, and it turns out when we had our Spacedrone hack, Novo landed the final blow on their father, apparently making Forath very upset, although the same cannot be said for Novo. So another story moment from RimWorld. As we try to find the relic of our people, we accidentally commit patricide. And we have finally reached the point to reform our ideology, which we will get to, but not today. For now, we are going to accept the quest for the ancient craft. And we will fight some mechs to turn someone into a mechanitor. Or mechanator. Kind of fun to say it that way, makes it feel like they're a Terminator. So we will send our group of faster folks out. Rove is an impet as well, but does have a leg injury also, keeping with our theme of people and mobility problems. So she's gonna stay behind this round as we send everyone out with their great bows, take on the mechanical menace, and get a quest for a psychic suppressor, but we will look at that in a bit. See, we're just out of range, so we're gonna move up a touch. And then all well-meaning plans are gonna go out the window. As Berserk Pulse has a very narrow window, and of course the mechs are immune to flame, so I was trying to hit the little Minotaur. Didn't work, so we are now gonna play Ring Around the Ancient Building. The Scorcher's surprisingly quick. Go ahead and burden one. Managed to get our Berserk Pulse off on the little Minotaur. And unfortunately don't get Forath out in time, so she gets singed. But we're able to take out one Scorcher, two Scorcher, and underestimated how far the Minotaur could shoot his little shotgun, so we take a shot. Nothing too bad. And Forath just has a single burn. With that, the former Mechanitor, Sophie, is now going to lose her mech link. You can see nothing in her gear, just a little something to pick her up. Don't know that it'll do her much good now, but we can extract the mech link by selecting a colonist and right-clicking. Let's get that extracted. We'll deconstruct the ship, and now that we've obtained smithing and we'll get a smithing table up or a machining table up, we'll go ahead and shred those mechs. Get a quest for 5.5 days of psychic suppression on men. For some honor, recurve bow, and a grain warhead, or some LTEX. If this was for psychic drone, I might have considered it, but the psychic suppression is pretty bad and makes it so your colonists have 50% consciousness, which makes them exceptionally slow and vulnerable. And I'll leave this here on the screen for a minute if you want to pause and read the whole narrative, but we have our mech link, which will allow someone to become a mechanitor. And that someone is going to be Smith, who I figured with having a peg leg and wanting to be in the workshop, might really like to have some little bot friends. You can see that as a reward for this, a little buddy crashes through our... immediately crashes through our roof in the workshop, ready to help. And we have got a constructoid bot. Continuing with construction and remodeling our base, we are working on a geothermal for more permanent power. And we do get another quest, the village terminal, for information about our relic, the flame bow. We also still have another space drone hack to do. Making some good progress. And that is what we are going to do today, is the second space drone hack. This time our raiders will be wasters from the pest band. And the space drone lands much closer to the bottom of the map by an ancient danger. Send Smith out to start hacking away. Then realize Smith hasn't eaten anything, so send her back to eat some food. And we'll send Cuz out instead. Get that hacking going. And as raids get closer to arriving, you can see Cuz is now also hungry. But we're gonna have her tough it out. Food is holding stable. And with 3 hours left and needing to get to the bottom of the map, let's send everybody down to help defend. About 160 out of 750, so slowly getting there. It just take quite a while, even with incredibly high intellectual. Is getting ravenously hungry, so we'll go ahead and let her go home and rest and have Smith take over hacking again. And it's all hands on deck. Even our slower folks will hang out by the drone. I've had these be very, very large raids. Though last time they were fairly small. So I'm wondering if it is in fact tied to your wealth. That would be my guess. You can see Danny also has a shield belt now. We picked that up last episode from a trader. The other shield belt is on Toddler Noise, just to help protect our baby from getting hurt if he needs to run away. And now we wait. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Raid time. A pretty small raid again. Only 3 wasters. But we will go take care of that. Send Danny over with her shield belt. Is just a normal quality shield belt. It's not going to protect her indefinitely, but it means she can take a shot if need be. Or we hope she can take a shot if need be. And conveniently, they all come through this little choke point, and we are able to make quick work of the raids. Getting some medicine out of it too. Always a nice pickup. Nothing good weapons-wise, and of course the gear will be painted, so not much to do with it. Smith also getting the serious pain debuff, and that is again because of her leg. And having had her turn, we'll let Smith go eat, and Cuz can take over for the night. Rejoining her late in the evening, we have the rest of the colony here to help defend. And poor Cuz is now tired and chilly. Definitely been a grueling day, so we'll let her go home, rest up and eat. And as we wait for more raids, we get a quest to guard 4 prisoners for 7 days. Prisoners have blood rot, which requires daily treatment. You can get a bionic arm, tough skin gland, orbital power beam targeter, some uranium, or goodwill. Looking at this now, I realize I should have turned goodwill as a reward off, and I think I forgot to the entire playthrough. But bionic arm is pretty nice. Tough skin gland could be nice. So we will certainly consider that, though our current little prison, probably not the best for 4 folks. And as we come very nearly to completing the drone before a second raid, we have 2 more raiders arrive. And very small raids. Not that I'll complain, should be easy peasy to take care of. Once again, they just come right through that choke point. And with great bows, we significantly outrange them, taking one down, and the other one decides to cut and run. Go ahead and pick up that go juice in case we find a hussar. Had that come in handy to keep around. And Smith finishes up packing the drone. We will now run away before it explodes everywhere. Very explosive episode. We're exploding ships, exostriders, mechs crashing through the roof. Let's try and keep some excitement going. And quest complete, and we get a little bit of resources, some components, and uranium. Nice, having just built that geothermal. And we finished basic mech tech. We also finished flak armor somewhere in there, so we'll hopefully work on that. And next up, we're gonna go ahead and grab prosthetics to help out our folks with peg legs. And with that, it's time to call the episode done for today. As always, thank you for joining me in RimWorld. I hope you're enjoying it. Have a pleasant day, and we'll see you next time.